testing times. So first of all, decide a timeline when you want to land a job, probably when you want to, when you are prepared, how much time do you think you would need to be prepared for the role? Second thing, decide on few of the key skill sets rather than deciding on the job profile or the job designation, right? If it's a common mindset, if I'm a manager, I would probably look for a senior manager or a regional manager or one step ahead, right? Nobody wants to get down to any other level. So I would say right now the designations are just, I would say, for the namesake on most of the industries. It's all about your skill set, how you apply to that particular job role, right? So you need to focus on that. Second thing, people are very comfortable networking offline. That's the human nature, that you do networking when you go to office, you meet different people. When you meet different people from different organizations in a social event, if an event is happening, you try to get those networking, but that's not happening anymore, and that's not going to happen for a very long time. How do we network? How do we increase our network? I think you need to start doing the online networking, right? Online networking doesn't mean just the LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of the portal, or I would say a platform where you can actually formally network somebody professionally. But there are a lot of other platforms where you can read, where you can share, where you can talk about. You need to join in all those blogs related to your industry. You need to be active there, right? You can't just be sitting and reading out stuff without being active participant on it. So you need to get comfortable with this new normal that you start networking with people online. Healthy networking. I mean, when you talk about something, you need to make sense. When you comment on a particular your industry related article, that you make sense out of it, you agree with it. How do you agree with it? That kind of a presence that you need to start making, right? And in this remote culture, I would say people are working more than their normal hours. When it was a normal, we used to work 8 hours shift, 1 hour off, and then we go back home. But right now, you're 24/7 available to the organization. You're home. You can work anytime they want, right? And in these times, we tend to lost our touch with all the people that we used to be in touch every day. I mean, your colleagues, do you guys, I mean, I have lost a lot of touch. Like, I'm dealing with only people who I work with right now. I don't actually call people who I don't have a really need of the hour right now, right? But we tend to do that when we were in offices, but I think we need to start doing that. You need to catch up with people, have a conversation with those people. You need to be very active among your social circle so that you understand what's happening, right? If you are home 5 days a week, sitting in a room, working remotely, I think you will get isolated. You won't know what's happening beyond your job. So that is something very important. And that is where you actually gather the intel, right? So if you are thinking that by looking at the Naukri or Monster or Shine and LinkedIn job profiles, you would know what's happening in the market, you are really wrong, right? You need to gather the intel about what's happening in the market, which industry is being affected. Start reading out the articles. Like, there have been a lot of new roles that actually came in after this effect, right? People who are in HR, who are in people management, there have been new roles introduced who can handle the situation. The organization doesn't know how to put out the policies, how to manage people remotely, right? When we are on premise, we are in total control. We are always in surveillance. We know they actually track our break times, they track our activities, everything. But now there is no tracking mechanism, right? They just need to believe and trust, or they can probably collaborate with the tools like Microsoft Teams and etc. Right? So all these things, the new roles has been coming up. So you need to gather the intel, right? What's happening around, how this particular organization is facing a challenge and what kind of a new role that is. Closely watch the articles that's coming in. So when you have an intel, then you can probably work around it, right? It is the time to use where you can actually reflect. This is the time I think you need to provide yourself to update your CV, to tailor your CV. I know there have been a lot of people who haven't updated their CV. Like when I have an opportunity, I got a call from a person who's been a very good colleague. Like, I am actually serving my notice. Do you have something for me? I said, send me your resume. Like, okay, give me a couple of days. I'll probably tailor it because I don't know when I have last updated it. So I'll do that and I'll send it to you in a couple of days. So I think this is the time where you would probably want to start working on yourself, right? So that's exactly what it is. And there are a lot of options happening right now, and when it comes to online learning, right? When I say create your presence online, there is a lot of things that's happening. Like LinkedIn Learning, Unacademy, a lot of portfolios that comes in, right? A lot of platforms that's happening right now is offering free certifications, free trainings, free courses. So try to identify which can help you in a longer run, right? Depending on your domain, depending on your skill set, right? You need to pick out one particular skill set that can actually serve multiple domains. Let's say, for example, a project management, right? A project management is a kind of a particular skill set that can be applied to various different industries. So if you are already working along in teams, you would know the project management is playing a very critical role. Okay, so probably get into something understanding of it. I will not say just jump into it, learn it, and probably do the certification. I would say have an understanding of it, because right now I would say 95% of the organizations are somewhere or the other, they are using one of the other project management methodologies, be it Agile, be it Waterfall, be it Scrum, Kanban. They're using something or the other. Having an understanding of it, which will make your profile versatile, I think that's a very good thing, right? That is one of the thing I would say that you should be doing and focusing on your skill set to develop. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about, the jobs that usually get advertised, that usually get, I would say, usually get advertised or talked about. They probably look for these kind of five main skill sets, right? So if you keep apart a technical aspect of it, like in a whole process of interview, technical aspect and technical knowledge is just one small part of it, which plays 10 to 15% of your weightage. The other weightage is overall about this five skill sets. So these five skill sets I would talk about, like you might have heard on each and every job profile that you read, that we want to have somebody with a really good communication skills, who can work along with the team, who have a very good analytical skills, who can analyze things, who can be on top of it, who can fit with our culture, and actually be a leader who can actually work on it, right? These are the five things that you will hear. You go back, you pull up any profile, any job profile that you have been ever read. It's all focused on these five skill sets, right? Yes, if it has a technical role, that will also have a technicalities, but it will pay just 10 to 15% of the weightage. So try to focus on these five skill sets, I would say, right? What have you done in your current role? What have you done in your past? What have you done in your school or college? Where can I apply this? Where do you think that this actually fits in, right? This fits in, and where can I showcase it? So if I say I'm a very good leader, I have a very good leadership skills, where have you showcased it? Right? Put it on that in your profile, showcase it in a proper way. And if your job requires very good analytical skills, are you good at with numbers? Can you read your numbers? Can you format it? Can you present it? Right? All those things comes in. So focus around these five skills, which talks about when you are creating a profile, probably your resume, your LinkedIn profile, or your Naukri profile. Try to focus on these five skill set and try to tailor it to it. Okay. Next thing basically talks about more of a stretch to what I was saying. Right now, the total market is open only for skills. Experience would actually play a vital role, but I would say it's all about how your skills are transferable. Like nobody's going to get 100% fit and guy, right? If a job profile comes in, nobody would actually get 10 out of 10 checklist that I need these 10 things in a guy, and I can get checked on all those 10 things. Nobody's going to get that, right? They need to compromise probably on 2, 3, sometimes 4 to 5 skills that doesn't have. But what they will look for is this guy's existing skill are transferable? Is he open to learn, right? What happens usually after spending some time in our career, we stop learning. Like, we know we've been doing this for a decade right now, and I think we know everything about it. We stop learning. That is where things comes in. So skills is going to be the next asset to get hired, where the important and the critical things play a role is how adaptable you are. Can you adapt easily to the new work environment, new domain, new business, new lineup of working, new style of working, or the new project management methodologies? How adaptable you are, how flexible you are, and can you learn it quickly, right? So these are the things that's going to be focused always. This is going to be the new normal when the focus is around all these things. Okay. As I told you earlier, the focus should be beyond the job titles right now. It should be beyond the industries. It should be beyond a particular brand or the organization. So what really worked for me, I would tell you, right? But the first thing I would tell you, when I say we've been hiring in the month of April and May, I was always hiring, and I was also giving an interviews to different organizations. Yes, people were hiring at that point of time. I have given a couple of interviews and got hired as well, right? Because this is the practice that I always keep myself to be updated, right? Whichever job that I am doing, I have switched only a couple of organizations in past 14, 15 years, right? So, but the practice I always do is I try to pick up a role that I'm aspiring for. Be it any organization, I will prepare myself and go and attend an interview, right? If I don't have any intentions to join or probably want to switch immediately, but I always want to keep myself updated, then I always give interviews, right? There is not even a month that I haven't given a single interview. That I always try doing it, and I've been in that practice from a very long time because it actually helped me. So when I was aspiring to get a new role in my current organization, I would probably don't want to give it a try when I'm not ready. So I would probably test my skills. I would study that what exactly that role needs and give an interview outside, right? And understand if I am getting rejected, I would understand where am I lacking, and I will start working on it. There's nothing to lose when you want to give out interviews and check about yourself, right? So what happens is, this is the practice that I was been doing. My profile is always updated. I change it. I tailor it whenever I apply for a new job. I'll read the complete job profile proactively. I do a little bit of a research about the organization, right? And I will prepare myself and tailor my profile, and have a right cover letter. I do it. I make sure I know the contact who's actually posted that role. I know the contact name, his designation. So after applying the role, I will probably go and check his LinkedIn profile, send out a note stating that, hey, I'm so and so, saw your job profile, saw this particular job opening at your organization, applied for it. This is particular. This is the skill set that I carry. This is the experience that I have, and I'm probably interested in having a discussion or getting an interview scheduled for this particular role. I always try to do that, right? This really helped me. Like, people usually reply back when you have a right method of writing that note. When you know what exactly you need to write, people usually respond to you. Okay, so. Right now, if you guys been active on LinkedIn profile, that's one practice that I would want to tell everybody to avoid. If you log into LinkedIn right nowadays, if I log into LinkedIn in my feed, at least 4 to 5 posts that says that, hey, I'm so and so. I've been in this industry for this many years. I recently lost my job due to COVID pandemic. My company me go. I've been out of the job for so many months. Please help me if you have anything, and then please share it for the better reach and all that. Right? That's a long articles people tend to write on the LinkedIn and share it. You might have been reading it from quite often right now. I would suggest not to do that. I would suggest people to don't write those long notes, posting it on LinkedIn where you desperately need something, where you have commitments, where you need the job immediately, and all that stuff. Like, believe me, apart from your few well-wishers, your friends, and your colleagues, nobody gives a damn. Okay, I'm being brutally honest. Nobody gives a damn about you lost your job, you have so many things to be taken care of. All they do is probably share, like, and subscribe. If they are good, then that's about it. Because everybody knows that there are hundreds of people losing job every day. There is nothing new about you. And they just want to be very careful about what they are doing right now and don't want to push somebody. If they even have the opening, they don't want to push somebody who you don't know, right? So stop doing that, because that's not going to help you positively reach out. I would say tailor your reach. Probably reach out to those guys who are hiring. Probably reach out, try to see where the minimal openings are available right now. If you open LinkedIn right now, I would say there would be definitely opportunities open. So I would say focus on probably the not more than 2 weeks old opportunities, because if it is more than two weeks old, it's not relevant. So focus on that and see who actually posted that. Try to reach out that person. Study the job profile properly. Tailor your resume accordingly. Try to match up all the requirements they have in your resume, some of your experience talking about that particular skill set, and then probably apply it with a follow-up. Have the right cover letters. Right? People here doesn't know what is cover letter. Right? You just attach your resume and say, please attach my resume. Let me know if you have something. I just want to apply for this. Like, this is something like, do you really think an HR who's getting 50, 60 resume nowadays, probably 100 resume every day, he will go open the attachment and read about it? I don't think so. But if you have a very catchy subject line, a professional written cover letter, they will at least read your email. Right? From those out of 100 emails which come in the same day, if he's receiving 2 or 3 emails with a professional cover letter who talks about giving a brief about your profile before even opening the attachment, right? That's a good thing. They would probably want to read. They would probably want to talk about. They would probably want to have a discussion with you, right? That is where you need to be very critical about. That is where you need to show what exactly you've been doing. But I have been doing this particular topic. I've been calling out and this particular topic from a very long time, like prepare. If you are prepared for the role, if you have done your homework, if you have a knowledge about the particular job that you're applying and you have done your homework, then there is nothing that's going to stop you. Like, this is a time where the jobs definitely got shrunk, but if you are well prepared, I think nobody can actually stop you. So right now on this call, I would ask you, like 30, 31 people are there. If any person who's actually having a very good communication skills, who have been interested to work in a North American shift, who knows how to sell, who knows exactly, who can actually learn about the agile project management methodology, who's actually have a little bit of a idea on that, shoot me an email with your profiles. I'm hiring. I'll tell you, I'm hiring for my team. Business development managers I'm hiring for, right? So these are, it's not just me. I think there are a lot of people who are actually hiring right now. It's just about how tailored you are, how focused you are, and how you want to present it. Okay. So this is basically all I want to talk about, and probably want to show a bit of a homework or a research that needs to take, that needs to be that probably needs to be worked on, I would say. So I'll just share this. Like as I said, that I've been interviewing with different organization. So let me just share it with you. This is the particular preparation that I did for a very small startup, right? It's a very small United States based, North American based startup, a portfolio startup they have. Are you able to see my screen? So this is basically a second level of preparation that I did for the startup. That's called Banter.io, and they talk about this is a platform they have developed and trying to provide it, and this is a role for the sales head for North American business. And the second round of interview. So this is the kind of research that I did for it. Nobody asked it, like they didn't ask, they just wanted an interview. But from my end, I have went ahead and planned it out, all these things. Like I want to talk about my profile. I want to talk about the plan that I will bring in along with me. I want to talk about your industry, how it is performing. I want to talk about the role that I'm applying for. I understand it, what I can bring it to the table, right? So this is basically the kind of homework that you would probably need, okay? That you would probably want to showcase, right? This talks about a lot of things. It talks about the plan that I have, the market that I've studied, the strategy that I will bring in along with me, the competition that I have studied for that organization, right? So these are the things that I would probably want to talk and I want to be prepared, right? So once I have this level of preparation for that role, do you think anybody else can compete me in this market? I would say very little, right? So this is not something that I've been doing for the first time. I would say this is something that I've been doing it from a very long time. Right, this is just one of the things that I've shared. This is one of the organization that I've interviewed. I would say I'm just showcasing it because I just want to make sure that you guys understand a little bit of preparation that it needs, that it actually takes. Right. So the preparation that it takes, people will just call you for the interview. Right. This is basically a sum total organization, a very good organization. They came into the online learning, so they recently have that, and they recently have an opening for the EU based sales team handling. Right. So they have a European based sales team. They have been establishing, and they want somebody to handle that complete EU business, Europe business. So this is the preparation that I did, right? I actually went ahead and read about the organization. I showcased my profile where I can fit in. I talked about once I get into the role, what are the things that I would focus. This is my 30, 60, 90-day plan. What I would do in first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. How do I want to plan myself for the growth opportunities in the organization? How would I would do the market intelligence, the SWOT analysis, all that stuff, right? So just imagine if you are applying for a pretty decent role, right? 3-4 years into the industry, and you're applying for a role and you are thoroughly well prepared. Once you show this kind of level of preparation to the interviewer, do you think they would have a reason? Or just imagine where you would stand out from all the people who are giving an interview, right? So I can showcase so many things here. I have so many presentations. Like whenever I give an interview, I have the complete, detailed, thorough research and a presentation ready with me. If they don't even ask, I would personally go and ask an interview, do you mind me sharing a small presentation so that I can give you a quick review about my understanding and how do I want to prepare myself? That probably will answer a lot of your questions, and probably we can discuss on it. This way you direct your discussions. This way you actually dominate the complete discussion. You would want them, you will showcase something and they will ask you what you want. Sure. This is basically a level of preparation that I'm talking about, and get this thing out of your head that there is no opportunities right now. There is going to be things going to be new normal now, normal very soon. That's definitely going to take time. So be prepared. This is going to be the new normal, I would say. Anyways, I think I have another 10 minutes. So I will probably open up for questions. So anybody wants to ask a question, just that person, unmute yourself, ask the question. I think I would try my best of my capacity to answer it. If not, I will get back to you with an answer on it. Open for the questions, please.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead, you can. I can hear you.
Munib Ahmed. I recently graduated. I completed.
So, Munib, if you're talking, please get a little closer to your mic. I can hardly hear you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Better. It's echoing a lot, but better.
Sir, I recently completed my engineering from ECE, sir, Electronics and Communication.
Okay.